All right, well, I broke another one of my pipes. So how do we fix this pipe? Well, I'm going to replace it with this piece that I have right here. Now this is flexible PVC pipe, so it makes it very easy to be able to cut out this broken section, and then I just replace it with this bendable insert here. Before I start fully measuring this whole piece out, just remember that there is a little bit of pipe that goes into the coupling here, so that's a bit of length that you have to take into consideration when cutting the old section of PVC pipe. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and line it up, and then I'm going to mark the old PVC pipe right there in the middle of the couplings on both sides. Again, that will give me the most accurate measurement, and that'll compensate for the amount of pipe that goes into the couplings. Next step, I'm going to take my PVC pipe cutter and just cut it at the 2 marks that I made on the pipe. Now this pipe, it is older, so it has degraded it over time a little bit. It has thinned out. So in my experience, whenever cutting older PVC pipe, it can just break or kind of shatter a little bit. So what I'm doing is this PVC pipe cutter has a little bit of a ratcheting motion. So every little bit that I go down, I saw it, I kind of wiggle it back and forth a little bit, let the blade dig into the PVC pipe. I clamp down on it a little bit more, and then I wiggle it, cut it a little bit, and I just keep repeating this back and forth process until I'm all the way through the pipe. And that gives me a nice clean cut without having to worry about the PVC pipe breaking on me. All right, and then just real quick, make sure that everything lines up, and in this case, everything looks good. Now, there will be a little bit of water runoff, so I would recommend that you wait until all the water runs out of the pipes. If you have some kind of wet dry vac and you can just suck all the water out. Clean up any debris that you might have in the pipes as well, and that includes cleaning up inside and outside of the pipe. That way, by having clean pipes, you ensure the best adhesion for the glue, and you won't have any failure points or any kind of leaks. So here's the PVC glue that I'm going to be using. It's a primer and a PVC cement. All right, so first step of the adhesion process for the PVC pipe here is I'm going to put a coat of primer, PVC pipe primer. That's that purple stuff that you see right there. I'm going to put it on both pieces of the PVC. And then I'm also going to put a coat on the inside of the couplings. And by couplings, I mean the replacement PVC pipe. So again, put a coat on the outside and then a coat on the inside. Coat on the outside for the old pipe, coat on the inside for the new pipe. So once that is set, then you're going to go ahead and use the actual glue. That's this clear gel kind of substance, and then you're going to put a coat on the inside there of both couplings. And then while the glue is still wet, go ahead and insert that, put that over the old parts of the PVC pipe. And this is the beauty of the bendable PVC pipe, is because since it bends, you can actually flex it and get a pretty good snug connection on there. And then once you fitted both sides, be sure to give that a quarter turn and then hold it in place for at least 30 seconds to a minute, and make sure that the PVC pipe doesn't move or shift or want to kind of pop back off. And the reason you want to give it a quarter turn is to ensure that you don't end up having any missed spots or gaps of glue in between your connections. All right, so it's been a couple of hours. I'm not seeing, and it looks pretty solid. Now, last thing to do is that there's a bunch of debris in the pipe, so you got to flush that out. And to do that, you got to take the very last sprinkler in this line, remove it, and then that way all the water, all the gunk that's in the pipe will get flushed out of this opening here. In this case, this is my last sprinkler, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. Now I'm not going to remove the entire sprinkler, I'm only going to remove the sprinkler head. Okay, the water looks clear now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the sprinkler back on. All right, and there we go. So in my case, I have a trench here, so I kind of have to wait until the water's gone. But after that, you would want to check for leaks. And if you do end up finding any leaks, you pretty much just have to repeat the process. But that's pretty much how to fix a pipe for your sprinklers there. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. This has been Household Journeys. Take care, people.